Because I have this same conversation with my friends all the time, you know, and I'm the only person I know that's been successful so far doing this restructuring. And no one was more surprised than me when everything actually worked out on the first mortgage. Well, I bought in March of '06, which turned out to be the worst possible time to buy. And I bought my dream home. I was real happy. The economy sort of fell out right after that, and along with the real estate market and the equity and home values in general. From 2007 to the same date in 2008, my income was cut in half. No fault of my own. I'm a freelance worker. Just being caught up in the wrong time, in a bad financial situation, in a bad real estate market, and not having the equity to be able to refinance. So I was left with a balloon payment due and no equity to make that payment. I just was not happy at all. I was very stressed out. I was thinking that the sheriff was going to knock on the front door. I just really had to stop making the payments. I couldn't deal with doing that anymore. There was a point where I thought I was going to have to walk away from the home. I had my books in boxes, and it was right at Christmas time, and I decided to talk to Ian at Fortress Credit, and we got the paperwork going. And gosh, once I handed things over to them, there was no more stress. I didn't have to do anything other than submit the paperwork, and after signing up and doing a hardship letter, I answered no phone calls. I wrote no letters. Fortress Credit handled everything. They took all the stress off of me for months on end, and just dealt with everybody, and it was a huge relief. And it was right around Christmas time when Fortress Credit called and said they actually had a deal and come down and look at this paperwork. And it was almost seemed too good to be true, but they really did work out a good deal on my first mortgage. And we're working on the second mortgage now, and everything looks like it's going to be just fine. So I actually get to possibly keep my home. I can say for the first time in 3 years, I can relax and be comfortable in my home again, because it's starting to feel like home, and I feel like I'm going to keep it. I know I couldn't have done it without Fortress Credit. I would have walked away from my home and damaged my credit, and I'd be living in a rental home right now for probably more dollars per month than I'm paying on my restructured loan. When I originally bought this home, it was my dream home. I wanted to stay here forever, and for a long time it didn't look like I'd be able to do that. But now, thanks to Ian and Fortress Credit, things are working out, and I think we're gonna be able to stay here.